And I've been rolling this whole time.
That's what we need.
So Laith is my buddy. We were getting ramped up. Since you've joined CorpInfo, tell me about what that upward journey has been like.
In the last 12 months, it's been Office 365 migrations, and now it's big data clusters, Redshift, terabytes and petabytes of data.
All on AWS. What's your nickname on the team?
My nickname is the Surgeon.
And why is it the Surgeon?
I'll give you a little bit of history. I got my bachelor's degree in biomedical sciences, and originally my plan was to go into pre-med. I always had this passion deep down, like I love technology. I was always the computer guy with my friends. I decided to just take my career in a different direction, got into IT, got into CorpInfo, and here we are, Surgeon.
Exactly. And that also comes with precision. And that's not only how you approach every single different engagement, but also, the level of precision that you want to give each and every client that you've worked with. Since you've joined CorpInfo, there have been a number of opportunities, some of them smaller, some of them bigger. Tell me what it's like, as you fit into different teams.
It started off just ramping up with the SMB market, right, where you really take the reins and you are wrangling this data into the cloud and their servers into the cloud, and customers just putting all their weight, all their trust in you. And that's a really valuable experience to have that accountability. But then you get into our bigger, accounts that are, their annual revenue is over $200 million, and they have their teams. Within an engagement, you're learning from the people around you, you're bouncing ideas to them in a consulting capacity, and it's just great. I mean, be able to just integrate and get into the weeds with everyone at this, these bigger, large customers, it's fantastic.
Laith and I actually have our own, we call it the routine.
The routine.
Where in the morning, every morning almost, Laith and I will chat, and I have technical questions for you. And one of our recent conversations involved sharding, which I thought was a funny word.
Sharding.
Can you describe what is it when we're sharding data within Redshift? Say, tell me about what that looks like.
Sharding, database, any database actually, is where you are separating, you're distributing data based on some predefined primary key, so that a range of, let's say the first 100 million rows go to this actual server, and the next the next 100 million rows go to another server, and that's really just to, in the legacy, it was difficult to scale up one server and just keep adding more storage and so forth. So that was a great way to distribute your data across multiple servers and sort of load balance.
You've also been working in some other, really cool big data, both pipelines as well as new types of databases like DynamoDB. Can you tell us what it's like to do a migration from, let's say HBase into Dynamo? What would that look like?
These different new technologies, how do you embrace them? It starts at the application, going back to the developers, understanding, okay, can we do everything that we used to do in that new database efficiently? Is it cheaper? Is it faster? And then it's just about getting the data in there, right? So you got the, HBase is terabytes of data and these NoSQL rows, if you will, going into a brand new database. You get to see, these people managing these HBase clusters, for example, and then they're going into something like DynamoDB where they just drop their data into a table and there's nothing to manage. So
it's a little different than the email migration.
That's definitely it's on a whole nother level, and it's a wonderful experience.
The sky's really the limit, because I think the potential for analytics is still kind of being developed, and we're helping to do that, and Amazon is really leading the way. As we dive deeper into what your vision is for the future of CorpInfo as you lead this big data initiative, what are some of the things that you're looking forward to?
There are three main things. Obviously, we look at big data, the overarching practice of analyzing terabytes and petabytes of data, complex data that you can't just put into SQL Server or MySQL. There's little things that sort of go under that umbrella. It's the Internet of Things, which is going to slam us with data if we're not prepared for it. And then secondly is this idea of serverless computing and real-time analytics on that serverless computing. So those are areas really to watch in this rapidly growing space.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Harry.
That's awesome. That's awesome.